Let's talk about Fantastic Beasts a little bit before we switch gears into Ezra Miller, who is attached to this movie. This movie has everything working against it. As the Depp stuff, Ezra Miller, a lot of factions of fandom not impressed with this movie. As you can see, it had a horrible domestic box office opening weekend at $43 million, which is awful for a Harry Potter movie. The movie should have been big, but it isn't. I think worldwide combined is like $150 million or something, which is not good for this movie. It's going to have one of the biggest drops, I hear, ever for a Harry Potter movie this weekend. It's going to have a huge drop because I think The Northman is out. Plus, you have that Nicolas Cage movie that actually looks pretty funny. Sonic is still doing pretty good. What do you do here? You know, then you got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out, too. That's not going to help. It's bad times to be a Harry Potter fan. A lot of people questioning if this franchise is even going to survive this. I think 4 will get made, but as far as this being a 5-picture series, I don't think that's going to happen. I think they wrap it up in Fantastic Beasts 4 and try to make the budget as low as possible. I think that's what happens here. The budget is super low. They do their best to penny pinch that movie, and they wrap the franchise up at Fantastic Beasts 4. That's my prediction. We'll see, but the future of this franchise is so in doubt. Some people are wondering if 4 and 5 even get made. This is kind of sinking the Harry Potter brand. One thing that didn't help is, of course, the hijinks of Ezra Miller, who has been arrested multiple times over the past 30 days. 2 times. It's a little much. You think after the first one and the second incident that got brushed over because they're not counting the attempted restraining order that he got from a couple that was dropped, by the way, because, well, my guess is somebody offered the couple some money to just drop it. And he is rich. Warner is obviously behind Miller. Warner Studios has said nothing about this incident, and they're not going to. If you watch my previous video, I talked about that. Sources say that they're just going to sweep it under the rug because Flashpoint doesn't come out till next year. Doesn't come out till next year, so what does it matter? We can just stay silent. Imagine if this had been Gina Carano or somebody. You know, we know what happened to her for just posting a post on Instagram, publicly fired. It's disgusting. Miller, though, nothing happens. Almost killed a woman. Throwing a chair at her head. Busted her head open. That's why it's a 2nd-degree assault for Miller, which is pretty serious. Like, you can kill somebody, and we don't even know if this is a metal chair, a wooden chair, what kind of chair it was. Is it a folding chair? Like, we know nothing about the chair, because that does matter. But either way, you could seriously injure somebody throwing like a large object that's heavy, if it's depending on what kind of chair it is, at their head. You potentially maybe even kill them. And it's funny, if you go to Twitter, the only thing people are mad about are pronouns. It's crazy. Imagine if Ezra Miller didn't have such liberal privilege, what would be going on? There would be hashtags saying Ezra Miller is over party, Ezra Miller canceled, all this stuff. Beats multiple women. And we actually know what happened now to Ezra Miller for that first one. So not the recent one that just happened like 2 days ago. Before that, Ezra Miller was going crazy at a bar, grabbing a woman's microphone while she was singing karaoke and jumping all over, harassing her. Lunged at a man that was playing darts. Don't even really know the details of that. Was the man beaten, punched? We don't know. Don't forget Ezra Miller also chokeslammed a woman a year or so ago. And the reason that we never heard anything about that is because I believe Ezra Miller or Warner gave that woman money to hush hush. That's what happened to there. That's my educated guess, and I'm probably right about that situation too, by the way. That's why you never heard anything about it. They probably put the woman under an NDA and gave her a few $1,000s, and she happily walked away from the incident, and that's likely what happened to that couple that signed a restraining order on Ezra Miller to try to make sure the dude could never come around anymore. So I have the consequences for that karaoke incident, that disorderly conduct. What did Ezra Miller get for that? Oh, $500. That's it. No community service. Nothing. Just a $500 fine. Now that's privilege. You tell me what would happen if that were you. You'd probably get probation. You'd probably get multiple fines. You'd probably have to do some community service. Ezra Miller, though, $500 fine. Just gets to walk away from it, no consequences. And what's funny is this, I don't know if this comes after the incident with the chair. Like, what came first? Did they know about that? Does that factor in? What's going to happen with the second-degree assault? Is that just going to get a fine? They're just giving Miller slaps on the wrist left and right. It's kind of screwed up. Because like I said, imagine if that were you. Do you think you'd get off with a $500 fine? Do you think you'd get a slap on the wrist? No, you wouldn't. You'd get a lot more than a $500 fine. Ezra Miller, of course, just getting away with whatever Miller wants to do, apparently. Just a slap on the wrist, no consequences. No statements from Warner. They're just gonna brush it under the rug, not talk about it. Nobody's pressing them. You've got Recast the Flash trending. None of that matters. They ignored a 2 million person petition to replace Amber Heard. You think they're going to care about this? They're probably just thinking only the bots are upset because they called Depp fans bots. This is a joke. This is a joke. $500 fine. I can't wait to see what the sentencing for the second-degree assault is. What's that going to be? House arrest in his complex in Hollywood? Jeez, man. Anyway, let me know what everybody thinks about this. Let me see your comments. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.